Inside the White House Situation Room, the message from President Donald Trump has been blunt and unmistakable. If the United States strikes Iran, it must be swift, it must be decisive, and it must not become another long, grinding war. In its latest report, NBC News quoted U.S. officials who said Trump has told his national security team that any military action must deliver a definitive blow to the Iranian regime, one that ends the crisis quickly, not one that drags on for weeks or months. But there's a problem. Trump's advisors cannot guarantee that a U.S. strike would cause the Iranian regime to collapse, and there are serious concerns that the United States may not have all the forces and assets in place to counter what officials expect would be a fierce Iranian retaliation. That uncertainty has pushed the administration toward contingency planning. One option under discussion, a limited, targeted strike, at least initially, while leaving the door open to escalation if Tehran responds aggressively. As of Wednesday, no final decision was made. Publicly, Trump has continued to signal resolve. During a visit to Detroit, he told Iranian protesters that help is on its way, describing the situation inside Iran as fragile.
And by the way, to all Iranian patriots, keep protesting, take over your institutions if possible, and save the name of the killers and the abusers that are abusing you. You're being very badly abused. If the numbers are right now, I hear 5 different sets of numbers. I hear numbers, look, 1 death is too much. But I hear much lower numbers, and then I hear much higher numbers. But I say save their names because they'll pay a very big price. And I've canceled all meetings with the Iranian officials until the senseless killing of protesters stops. And all I say to them is help is on its way. You saw that I put tariffs on anybody doing business with Iran. Just went into effect today. And I say make Iran great again. You know, it was a great country until these monsters came in and took it over.
Then, in the Oval Office, Trump revealed what he said was new intelligence, that Iranian authorities had stopped killing protesters and halted plans for executions, 2 red lines he had warned could trigger U.S. military action. When asked if military action was now off the table, his answer was cautious. We're going to watch and see what the process is.
Mr. President, on Iran, you said that the killing has stopped. Who told you that the killings have stopped there? And if it's the Iranian regime?
We have been informed by very important sources on the other side, and they've said the killing has stopped and the executions won't take place. There was supposed to be a lot of executions today, and that the executions won't take place. And we're going to find out. I mean, I'll find out after this. You'll find out. But we've been told on good authority, and I hope it's true. Who knows, right? Who knows?
We've seen the body bags, so how do you trust them?
No, you've seen that over the last few days, and they said people were shooting at them with guns, and they were shooting back, and, you know, it's one of those things. But they told me that there'll be no executions, and so I hope that's true.
Does this mean military action is now off the table against Iran?
No, we're going to watch it and see what the process is, but we were given a very good statement by people that are aware of what's going on.
Are they still considering military action?
When they say no executions, everyone is talking about a lot of executions were taking place today. We were just told no executions. I hope that's true. That's a big thing. Yes, but
Behind the scenes, however, officials say Trump remains prepared to act. He has repeatedly promised Iranian protesters that the U.S. would intervene militarily if necessary to help topple the regime, and sources say he is ready to follow through. On Tuesday, Trump laid out his objectives to his national security team. The Department of War then tailored military options to meet those goals, with refined plans presented to him this week. All options are at President Trump's disposal, the White House said, pointing to past military operations as proof that he means what he says. Trump also joined a high-level meeting chaired by Vice President J.D. Vance, where he was briefed on the estimated death toll among Iranian protesters and pressed for more details. U.S. Central Command has prepared strike options, but officials remain wary. A weakened Iranian regime, they fear, could lash out unpredictably, targeting U.S. forces or allies like Israel. Precautions are already underway. Hundreds of U.S. troops have been moved from Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar to safer locations, and additional protective measures are being taken across the region. The U.S. has not surged forces for a full-scale war, but aircraft, ships, and personnel are in place, ready for limited strikes if ordered. As Iran trembles and Washington weighs its next move, the question remains: will Trump strike hard and fast, or step back from another devastating Middle East war?